Hi, this is Sachii, and today I'm doing another version of Painting My Memories. And this version is actually going to be done with crayons because I didn't feel as though I had enough skill yet to do this with watercolor. So, excuse me, they said nothing's wrong with me. There is 70 something wrong with me. I think I'm allergic to this entire state. Anyway, so I've been pretty open in this channel about my French identity and my American identity. And it's actually something that I've never been that open about, to be completely honest. And so today I wanted to kind of reconcile those feelings of confusion from my childhood to who I am today. And oh my gosh. Yeah, I went to the doctor. The doctor says nothing's wrong. There's definitely something wrong. I've been coughing for 140 days now. But yeah. So anyway, and part of this was spurned from the fact that I'm going out to lunch with an African man. He's from Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast, and he and I are speaking French, and he's seen me in my English form and he's seen me in my French form, and he's like, there's a big difference between the two. And I completely agree because a lot of people don't see my French version of myself very often simply because I don't get the chance to speak French very often unless I'm in France, Belgium, or speaking to another francophone. Oh my god. Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of just show the differences between my French self, my English self, and who I am now. And so we let's get started. Um so when I was younger, my mom, I've got a very square and round face. It's just a family trait. But what's interesting about my square and round face isn't the fact that my face is square and round, but it's more the fact that my hair actually is extremely wavy, which is something that no one in my family can really understand where I got it from. I think it comes from my Korean grandmother. Because her hair, I don't know if she permed it. I'm pretty sure she did, but regardless, like, I'm pretty sure my wavy hair came from her, or it came from my mom, and she just doesn't know it. My mom, because my face is square and kind of round, she always had my hair short when I was growing up. My hair is extremely long now. It's the longest it's ever been, and I usually what I do when I grow out my hair is I actually cut it at some point to donate. But this time I'm keeping it just because I think that it's now a part of me. And yeah, so let's see. Let's try to get yeah, okay. Yeah, and my hair is also like a reddish brown, which even though on all government documents it says that it's black, it's actually reddish brown, but because like the red brown only shows up in the sunlight, I um I just put it as black. But my sister also has red brown hair, but she doesn't have the waves that I do. And because my parents, both my sister and my mom, they're both pretty big into fashion. I'm not. I kind of just, you give me something and I'll wear it. 95% of the time I'm in athletic clothes, or I'm in a bra and shorts because that's my primary go-to. But like I they always thought that my wavy hair was really messy, which to be fair it is, because I was never taught how to take care of it, because the maintenance for wavy hair is very different from straight hair, and because neither my sister or my mom have wavy hair, it just became super messy. So that's why they kept my hair real short when I was younger. But now that I'm older and I'm still learning, I don't quite understand what I need to do with this hair to make it so that it's more presentable in society. But regardless, I'm still learning, and I'm trying. It's kind of super difficult. And so I haven't decided which identity is which, to be honest. I mean, this could just be a representation of my younger self and my older self, but yeah. The one thing I do miss about my younger self was I was super skinny. Now I'm just like, I used to be super fit, and then I moved to Colorado, and I kind of hate my life here, to be completely honest. I've been asking to move, they told me no, and so I've been living here in absolute misery, and it's not it's the altitude and it's the people. I think it's gorgeous here, but the people. I'm gonna take a pause here to say that there's a trigger warning ahead. It's nothing big. I've had so many negative encounters with people here that I'm just like, I don't know what's going on with you, but you need help. And I know that's not the entirety of Colorado because that's a sweeping overgeneralization, but like for example, someone came up to me in the dog park. It was New Year's Eve. He had his daughter and his wife. And I said something about his dog just to like make sure that both my dog and his dog was safe. And he looked at me and he handed me a gun. And he told me to put it against my head and pull. Of course I didn't. I called the police. But he kept telling me things that involved me just hurting myself to the point where I just got extremely scared. His wife apologized profusely, but I'm just like, why do you take your husband out in public I don't, to be honest, to this day, I don't know whether or not he was racist or whether or not he just was like mentally disturbed. But regardless, I've been super cautious ever since going to dog parks just because I'm like, I don't know if I'll see him, which is not the right answer, but it's the answer that makes me feel safest, especially with all the stalking that I've been through here as well, and I wish I could say that I was making this up, but I'm not. And that's the worst part about it because I want to enjoy the state, I do, but the experiences I've had here, the people that I've met, it's hard for me to understand that there's goodness here. Even though I know intrinsically there is goodness here, I'm just really struggling to see it because of the experiences I've had. But I'm hoping that, especially with building new friendships, such as especially ones that cultivate an identity that I don't really use that often, I'm really pretty excited. So I just wish that it didn't take this long. It's been over a year for me too, and I'm also extremely nervous because next week I have to take a physical fitness test, and I've been running, but because of the altitude, I haven't been successful in running more than a mile without stopping. And the mile time is super slow, and I just am I'm nervous because I just got diagnosed with altitude-induced asthma. I have an inhaler. I've been running, but I still can't make it more than a mile before I have issues. So I'm just like, I just need to think more positively. And it's just, 18 minutes of my life. Hopefully I can keep up a decent pace for 18 minutes because I'm so nervous right now. I'm like... Yeah. But on the bright side, I'm really excited to try West African food. I was hoping that they had fufu and egusi, but they don't have it in the location that we're going to. So I'm gonna probably just ask him what foods he recommends for me to try, because I know jollof rice, and I'm actually kind of interested in, they have some kind of tea that and I think I'm gonna actually get that. I wish I knew the name of it. I think it's Malay tea, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna I think I'm gonna definitely try that. And then when it comes to the actual food itself, I'm gonna be at the whim of what he recommends, because he is from Ivory Coast, and he speaks so cleanly. For when I say clean, it's kind of, I won't say it's a mixed word in this case. It's more I struggle with the Congolese dialect of French, even though it's more Belgian. There's definitely some cultural dialects that are really prevalent in their language, of which I'm very I struggle quite a bit when sometimes when a Congolese speaks to me, unless it's very slow. I don't know whether or not it's because it's been a minute since I've actually like heard true French, or whether or not their accent just over dominates and it makes it very very difficult for me to comprehend. But regardless, I am pretty open about, hey, it's been a minute. And usually whenever I talk to a francophone, I say, hey, like, it's been a minute since I've spoken. Please give me time to readjust. But usually once I start talking, I'm fine. But it's just I do make errors, I do make mistakes, and I am completely aware of it. And some people are just like, wow, you're really bold for someone that is learning a language. That's honestly the best and only way you can learn a language. You have to be bold. You have to put in the effort or whatnot. Like I went to Greece for excuse me, trying to remember. I went to Greece for a month last year, and I had studied Greek a little bit, mostly Duolingo. I didn't really get into it very deeply, but the fact is, I was able to, by the end of it, I was conversational. Like, I could say what my job was. I could say who I was trying to visit. I could say a bunch of things in Greek, and I could get around. I could ask for directions. I could, just because I wasn't shy, and I always started off with, "Hi, can you speak to me only in Greek?" In fact, I took a cooking lesson all in Greek. Granted, I don't remember anything that like I learned in the cooking lesson, to be completely honest, because I was like, um, she was giving me instructions, and I was more focused on instructions than I was on the actual like what the ingredients were, and which was a terrible idea. But at the same time too, I um I really just wanted to practice my Greek and to try and understand it better. Yeah. I have so much love for languages. I It's just a portal to one's soul, especially like I was trying to explain to someone my personality. I won't say my personality changes drastically when I speak French, but it there's definitely a difference. I probably should have chosen a different color. I I'm a little bit more serious when I speak French. I'm not very serious when I speak English, to be honest. Like, I'm always joking, I'm always like playing around, but when I speak French, my voice deepens and I'm a little bit more serious, but I also still smile, and it's just like um it's this it's this really nice paradigm of how I am in English. I mean, it's pretty much my English personality, just a little bit more serious. That's yeah. And maybe that's something like I should be more serious, but at the same time, I like being playful. I like being weird. I like being, myself. So it's difficult. I legitimately think that I made a huge mistake with this but you know what? This is it. So what I'm gonna do now is, because I'm always wearing workout clothes, I'm just gonna put on workout clothes. What a concept. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get into too much detail on this one because like I'm still really stressed out. I had the day off today, and I worked on that project that I was supposed to. So a little bit about the project. Um One of my coworkers asked me out, and I said no because I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend, and like, and he got kind of butthurt about it, and what was even weirder about it was he was actually divorcing his wife. So, like, I'm, even if I were single, that's not a position I want to be in. And he was leaving within a few months. So I was like, okay, like, It's fine. He apparently had this huge project that he had to complete, and it was huge. And he had to complete it by February, but he was leaving in December. He knew that he was leaving and didn't tell anyone about this project. So all of a sudden, mid-February, I'm starting to get emails about said project. And I'm like, what are we talking about, you know? And then and it starts becoming like kind of, I won't say harassing, just more like what is going on. So since I've been so busy going back and forth to the mountains this month, getting sick, or excuse me, in February, getting sick and whatnot, I finally had time to work on the project yesterday. I told my subordinates, because I work in the same office as my subordinates, that I am not leaving this desk until this project is done. I don't care who, what, when, where, why. And so they're just like, okay, because they're pretty supportive of me. So I sat in my office for 12 hours yesterday working on this project, and I finally got some headway on it. It's not perfect, but it's doable, to the point where about 4 months of work was done in about a day. And then when he told me that you need to write yes next to every question, my heart just broke, because I'm like, I worked so hard to get to this, to get it decent, and then it's not good enough. And anyway, so today the person that's kind of supervising the project asked me, did the guy hate you or something? And I'm like, no. I try not to bring this up because this isn't it makes me look bad, but honestly this whole thing was out of spite, because I rejected him from a date, and I guess he was so butthurt about it that he decided to sabotage me by not telling me about this to make me look bad. But the thing is, he looks even worse now because he just left without saying anything, and this entire thing blindsided everyone, and it was just like a huge mess. So you know what? I'm gonna get it done. I don't like things being late because my Japanese background, but at the same time too, I gotta get it done, and I just have to accept that this one will be out of my control. And I've been communicative, I've been open, and I've just been trying my best to just make sure that they know that I am working my butt off, and I did. Again, I had the day off today, and I spent the whole day just finishing up this project. It's not done yet, but part of it is because I have to work on my computer in my office, because it's not, my laptop isn't connecting, and for some odd reason it's causing errors in the system. So I have to, when I go in tomorrow, we're going to finish it. Life will be good. Everyone will be happy, and then I can kind of relax, because again, I have that physical fitness test next week. I'm worried about the run. I just need to run. My goal tomorrow is to run 8 miles. I don't know if that's going to help me, but you know what? Any form of cardio is helpful at this point. We will see. But regardless, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I will put a content disclosure on the fact that I mentioned what had happened to me in the dog park. Yeah, so, but overall, the state is beautiful. I just wish that its people were better, but it's getting there. I mean, again, I'm meeting a man from Côte d'Ivoire. He knows about my boyfriend. He is super nice, and I can practice my French. I can be more myself around him, which is, again, kind of weird, because my French isn't that strong anymore, but my personality is still there. So I kind of don't know how I feel about that. But at the same time, too, he's accepting of me in English and in French, because he listened to me complain about my former coworker, and he was so supportive. So, you know, and he's trying to get his family over from Côte d'Ivoire, so maybe I can help, or maybe we can have tips or whatnot. So anyway, thanks for listening. I will try to see if I can do some more watercolor later. I just wasn't quite sure what I was going to do today. Thank you.